back to my channel. I'm Kelly, and I wanted to talk to you guys about PlanCamp. So there are lots of planner conferences and things like that that you can attend, but PlanCamp is something completely different. It's really more of a planner retreat than a conference. It's a small environment, usually 50 or less people. You really get to hang out and have time to get to know each other and actually time to plan, and it's so different than a planner conference. So I got to go to PlanCamp this year. It was June 28th through July 1st. It's sponsored and put on by Design Pandemonium and Libby & Co. They work together to put this on and then bring in everyone else they need to make this magic happen. But it was so much fun. So I'm going to take you through some video clips that I took throughout the retreat and kind of set up kind of what happened on each day. So day one was really just an arrival day. Me and my friend Lynette kind of came together. She actually went a few days earlier than I did this year. It was in Orlando, and she's a Disney annual pass holder. So she went with the intention of going to Disney for a couple of days. So she picked me up from the airport on the 28th, and we went and hung out in Disney Springs, did some shopping, did some eating, just waiting until the time that we could check into our resort, which was at 4. So it was held at the Reunion Encore Resort in the Orlando area. I'm not sure what the exact city is that it's located in, because I know all those like cities near Disney, they have funky lines and I never actually know where I am most of the time when I'm in that area. But it's a huge resort of homes, like vacation rental homes. So we arrived to the resort a little before 4. We kind of figured out who was parking where, that kind of thing, till we could go in the house. We went in, we had some welcome drinks and some candy tray and some swag items that we were able to go through as we hung out and waited until we were allowed to go to our rooms. And then we got shown our assigned rooms. Every room was sponsored by a different shop of some kind. Lynette and I, our room was sponsored by Journal This Now. So we had all kinds of cute stuff. I'll show you what that all looked like. And then this house, like there were 2 houses that we had for the retreat, and they each, slept half of us. So there were 44 of us, I think, total, after some people had canceled. So 44 people between 2 houses, and everyone like had a place to sleep. Like me and Lynette shared a king size bed. We actually were given the master suite of the house. And Vicky says it's because she knew that we would be like in charge of people going in the pool in the middle of the night, that we were responsible enough to handle that, because we did have a patio door that went out to the pool. So really that first night we got to kind of mingle with everybody. We had catered dinner from a barbecue restaurant. We had a bar set up by the pool. So it was just like mingle and have fun and get to know everybody and hang out time. I think maybe someone went in the pool the first night. I did not. It had been raining and it was kind of like humid and gross in the afternoon, and I was like, I'm already like wet from just standing here, so I don't want to get in the pool tonight. So it was just a fun, like casual get to hang out. And some people I knew, I had known from other planner events. Some people I didn't know. We had in some cases set up ahead of time, like D-stash, like I'm going to bring you this, you're going to bring me that. So we kind of exchanged those things. People had made little like handouts for people, so we exchanged that kind of stuff. So I got all kinds of extra swag and stickers and pens and bags with my name. Like some people like went all out and got really creative. I'm like, here's my little sticker sampler. But I got some cute stuff. Everyone was very generous. Candy. There's always candy. First of all, you have to know when you're hanging with the Design Pandemonium girls, with Vicky and Jess, there will always be candy. And there was. We had like a little drawer on our countertop in both houses that was filled with candy the whole weekend. Like, you're not going to go without candy. So that was day 1. Check out the clips from that.
bag, and we're gonna have food, and we're gonna do lots of fun things. But I think for us, for the three of us, it's about just building friendships and meeting people that you didn't know before, but now after a weekend, like cramped up into two houses, you're like, I like you. Like, let's we're not super cramped up, like maybe at Jess's house.
If you've never been to PlanCamp before, just count your lucky stars that this is the year you came, because there are no air mattresses, so you don't have a top bed. You're not sleeping 4 and 5 to a room.
There aren't 6 per room. You have your own bathroom.
You have your own bathroom.
It's
It's like PlanCamp, right? Plan glamping.
So thank you. Most of all, thank you so much for being here. We hope that you meet new people that you love, that you see in 3D, but then you see them later in 2D on social media, and you just become good friends with everybody here. And while we have 2 houses, there's no reason that we can't all like just meld together and become friends with everyone, which is why we're having, things happen over here as a big group, and things happen in that house as a big group, and going on an excursion to Winter Garden tomorrow that we can. So just super excited to have you all here. We're going to be having some food and bar here soon. But if you have questions at all during the weekend, ask us, myself, Jess, and Felicia. You can ask other campers. They may also know the answers to some of the questions.
I'll make up great answers.
Michelle,
Great, and maybe shut up.
Right.
And it'll be authoritative, and you'll believe me.
Yeah. If Michelle tells you something, just run it by me. I'll let you know if it's real or not. I am also a teacher.
We hope that all of you enjoy some of the welcome sips sponsored by Drill This Now.
Okay, so day 2 was a completely different experience. We had kind of a grab and go breakfast of bagels and cream cheese and fruit and yogurt and that kind of stuff, just to kind of get some food in us before we ran out the door. We were pretty much whisked away by the Kit Life girls. They planned this entire experience to share with us their little hometown of Winter Garden, where their boutique is located. And it is just the cutest little downtown area. And so they literally loaded us up on a bus, gave us the cutest tote bags with some things that we would need for the day. There was like a water bottle and some chips and some coupons we would need for different activities that we were going to be doing. So we got split into groups based on our hat color. I was team coral. There was like a coral hat, a blue hat, or it was like denim blue, a teal hat, and a yellow hat. So we were split into 4 groups. They're all the same like Kit Life design hats, but we're split into groups based on our hat color. And you'll see some of the hats in the video clips from day 2. But we all went out and embarked into these little, from the bus into little groups. And then we all went to different places at different times. So my group, the coral group, we went to The Crooked Can Brewery first. We had a ticket for a free drink. Most everyone, I feel like, tried the pineapple cider. That was like the hit of all the groups from what I'm hearing. I'm not a beer person at all. So it was kind of like the only thing I was even willing to try. It was pretty good. Like I would drink it again. It was good. And then the one thing that we all did together is lunch. And that was the second thing on our agenda, was to meet for lunch at a restaurant called the Whole Enchilada. So we walked our way over there. They had a whole like taco bar and free drink and a whole spread of chips and dips. And that was amazing. And it was on the patio on the rooftop. So it was a good view. That was a fun time and good food. Really good food. I'm about food, honestly. And then we kind of kept going around to the other stations. So we went to the farmer's market. It was Saturday morning, so they have a big farmer's market year round there because it's Florida. We got a free bag of caramel corn from the, or not caramel corn, kettle corn from the kettle corn stand. That was one of the coupons in our bag. But then we just kind of had some time to roam around the market with our group and check things out. They had every kind of vendor. It was a really, really cool farmer's market. There was the produce and the meat and that kind of stuff, but then there was also prepared foods and drink stands and pet stuff, and it's the coolest little market. I really would like to go get to explore it when it's not 5 million degrees, like maybe at 8 o'clock in the morning and not like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was really hot. But directly after that, we got to go have ice cream. We had a coupon for a free scoop from Scoop's Ice Cream, and they're like, one scoop is all you need, I promise. If you ever go there, it's a big scoop, so you'll have plenty for sure. And then our group's next thing that we got to do was just have some free time, so we kind of went into some different shops and checked things out. And then we actually got our turn to go to Kit Life. So we went in their boutique, and not only are they the sweetest, most genuine people, but their products are amazing. And so as you saw from my previous video, got back into a Kit Life planner. So I bought one while we were there. I had been planning on doing it anyway, but I was like, I know I'm going to their boutique, so why am I going to pay for shipping? I'm just going to go grab one while I'm there. I bought a t-shirt. I bought this cute little pouch. I bought some daily habit stickers. I bought the whole store. I mean, it was all super cute. It was, there were more things I would have bought, but, like they had so many cute shirts, but a lot of them had sold out of the bigger sizes. So they only had the smaller sizes left, and not small. So, there could have been a lot more damage done. I had some control, and the other part of the control was I owned several of the things already. I was like, okay, I have that tote bag. Oh, okay, yeah, I've got that. I've got, okay, so we'll just buy what we don't have here. The boutique is super cute, and they were really hospitable. They had mimosas and muffins for us. We took a group picture of our team on their couch with their cute little sign. It was all so cute in there. If you're ever in Winter Garden, you definitely have to check it out. We had some time after that again to kind of just explore. There's a little cosmetics, bath and body kind of products, handmade next door to Kit Life. I bought some after sun spray, which has turned out to come into great use because I'm translucent, yeah, which means I burn super easily. It's just what happens. So our last stop for my group was to go into Driftwood Market, and we did a craft, and I'll show you a little bit of that as well in the day 2 clips, where we made a pocket book, like a pocket letter book. And I've seen these, and never knew how to make one. And we used envelopes and scrapbook paper. It is super simple. So I feel like I could make this on my own. It was a super easy craft, but kind of fun to get to play with all the tools and know how to do it and have someone show you. So I really like that a lot. Then we loaded up the buses. We went back to the resort, and the barbecue company came again and did a catered dinner. They did something completely different than the night before. They did have one of the appetizers from the night before showed up again, which was good. They were these little barbecue shooters that had like cheese grits on the bottom, and then pulled pork, and then coleslaw. And I don't even like coleslaw. I don't even really like pulled pork, but you know what? It was damn good. I would eat that again. It was good. So give things a try sometimes, I guess, because you might think you don't like it, but you do. And then the other part of that night was karaoke. So we had a karaoke DJ set up by the pool. We had a bar set up by the pool, and we had poolside karaoke, which turned into, as the night got darker and people got freer, I will say, people went and put on swimsuits, and there were just people like singing along from the pool. We called it poolioke. So it turned into a really fun night. I'll have clips of that as well. And that was, that was it. We had our adventure in the hot sun, and we got to come home and cool off and sing and goof around and be fun and free with our planner friends. So that was the best. Here's day 2. Okay, so day 3 was really where it became about the planners. So we had what turned out to be a later, because we figured we stayed up late the night before, we had kind of like a brunch. They gave us these beautiful recipe books as part of our brunch swag. They're super cute, and they have little index cards that slide in and out. They're kind of like the sticker albums that a lot of shops are producing, the little acrylic or plastic albums with the photo sleeves, but then they made these little index cards to fit into them to put recipes. They're super cute. So we got that as our brunch swag. And then we went over to the clubhouse at the resort, and they had reserved the whole thing for us to have our plan in place. So this is our planner time. Like, we all had out all of our stuff. There was a little marketplace of some of the vendors who were there selling stuff there, and I'll show you that as well. They had food coming for us. We had, like, at first it was just like chips and queso, and then there was like full on like heavy hors d'oeuvres and deliciousness. So it was kind of just like being fed all day. It was wonderful. And we got to actually play with our planners. We were given a little sticker pocket craft. I ended up not doing mine there because I wanted to keep working on my planner, so I brought it home and completed it. And then we did take a pause for a hand lettering lesson from Life by Whitney, and we hand lettered happy birthday and put it on a gift bag. She helped us do that using tracing paper and carbon paper, and I never thought to use all that stuff to actually put my lettering on something usable instead of just scribbling it in ugly notebooks, because it's ugly, not because the notebook's ugly, but because my lettering is ugly. I definitely liked kind of what the methods she gave us to do that. I thought that was pretty neat. So I'll show you a little clip of that. And then that was pretty much it. After our time ended, we could stay there until we had the space until like 7:30 or something. Most people did not stay up there until 7:30 that night. We kind of just took the shuttle back to the houses as we felt like. Kind of started packing up. Then they ordered pizza, and then we also had leftovers in the fridge from some of the other nights, like baked beans and barbecue brisket and stuff. So we kind of had like a hodgepodge of pizza and barbecue, which was totally fine because we also had this amazing leftover banana pudding. That's important. It was like bananas Foster pudding. Yes, so good. And so we kind of just emptied out the fridge, plus we had pizza, and it was good pizza too. So it was, that was kind of our last like opportunity to like all be together, because the next morning, day 4, which I don't really have any video from because we just went home, day 4 was just all about leaving. We all kind of departed at different times, and we had to be out of the house by 10. So just depending on different people's flights, like different people rode. So, I mean, I got to say hi and bye to the people that were up at that time, but not everybody. So really that third day, that night was our last opportunity to kind of all be together. And, we kind of like lingered a little longer than we probably would have if we were going to stay later the next day. So, here are some clips from day 3.
So I'm going to try and fit it here. Of course, I have these like tiny pins, so I'm sorry if you can't see this, but you just kind of want to make sure it's centered. And that's the joy of writing with a pencil. You can change it up and kind of just go and kind of guess. So I'm just going to fit it into this bottom half of this circle and write birthday. And again, we're not going to do faux calligraphy here. Y'all don't have to pull out the brush pen right now. I just wanted y'all to practice with it. So I'm going to write birthday and try and make it fit the best it can into this bottom section of this circle. For now. So that's what it looks like now, and then I'm gonna write happy over the top. Happy has, I like to start in the center on block letters. So since happy has 5 letters, we know that P is in the middle. So P.
So that's PlanCamp. That's like the general idea. It's all about friends and fun and food and planners, but it's not like a normal planner conference where you just sit and get talked to, which I do like some of that. I like some of the inspirational stuff, and I like some of the workshop stuff that happens at other conferences, but I don't need to go to like 4 of those all in a year. That gets to be old. I would rather go to like one of those kind and then go to something like PlanCamp where you truly get to relax and make connections with people and show everyone your planner stuff and see other people's planner stuff. The amount of enabling that happened that weekend, like I know of a bunch of shops I didn't know of. There's a whole lot of things in my Etsy cart. There's a whole lot of things that I will be wanting as budget allows. So it's definitely a different vibe, and so cool. So if you're thinking about what you want to do for the next year, for 2020, for different planner events, I would definitely put PlanCamp on your radar. They do not have a date or location at this point. They did say it probably will not be in June, which has been the last 2 years, just because of the different life events that are going on when the organizers June's just not going to work next year. It might still be in the summer, or it could be a different season. They really weren't married to any particular idea, but probably here in like September, October is when you will see some date and ticketing announcements. So go follow PlanCamp on Instagram, on Facebook. That way you can have all of the information as it comes out. I'm not sure if they have like an email sign up on their website or not, but I'll link the website in the show description, or the like show notes here, episode notes, so that you can follow up with that, because you definitely want to get on this. Like I said, it's a limited event. Me and Lynette only got to go because we were on the wait list at the time it was announced. I didn't think like the dates would work. I didn't really have the money. They do make it easy though and allow you to pay in 2 payments. And the great thing about it is the price, which this year it was $5.99. It included everything except for getting to Florida. Like I had to buy a plane ticket, and Lynette rented a car, and I paid for my part of it, but the car rental and the plane was the only additional thing. Like the ticket price for PlanCamp included all the food, all of the adventures, everything. The only money I spent was like my own shopping that I felt like I needed to do, like in Disney. And then as we were going to some of the shops in Winter Garden, I bought a couple things. So, but that was all not required. They kept us plenty fed and beveraged the entire time. There was no need for anything else. So, and they let you pay it in 2 payments. You can like pay half down and then pay half at another date they set. So keep it on your radar. Like I said, those spots go fast, and they open up to the previous year's attendees first. And then there is a waiting list. So don't be discouraged if you end up on the waiting list. You can come off of the waiting list. Like I'm proof. I didn't get offered a spot until April. And it's like, yeah, okay, here's $600 and let me go buy a plane ticket. Because I had assumed I couldn't go based on my financial situation in September, October when tickets came out. But that wasn't my situation in April. My situation was vastly different then. Like back in September, October, we had a leaking roof, and I wasn't sure how much it was going to cost. At that point, I didn't think I was even going to Puerto Rico in January because I wasn't sure what the roof was going to be. I was like expecting a total roof repair and putting down a huge deductible with our insurance company, and it turned out to be a much smaller repair. So situations change. So like, if nothing else, get on the waiting list. And when you're offered a spot, your situation could be vastly different. Or you can save up the money between when you enter the waiting list to when you're offered a spot. So just do it. It's worth it. I enjoyed it so much. I'm 100% planning on being at Plan Camp next year, barring some weird date conflict. That would be the only thing that would keep me out of it, or I guess some other weird financial thing. But yeah, I'm planning on being there. So if you can at all be there, be there. It is worth it. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a great idea of what Plan Camp is like, and I hope to see you there next year.